quite interested in the responsibility that we all have to all the stuff that we use and all the stuff that we cycle through in our lives. The show rotates around the concept of rubbish or waste, and that's partly to do with me trying to look at ideas about value, how you value things, what's valuable, and how value occurs. And value becomes a kind of frame, if you like. It becomes a kind of vehicle through which we decide what we want to look at and what we don't want to look at. I think that I'm trying quite hard with various works to almost like represent things to people that possibly they already know about, but represent them in a slightly different way and through a slightly different frame, so that they start to encourage a certain kind of way of thinking. So the plastic water bottle is obviously this thing of very little, it's given little value. In fact, the idea is it's just so convenient. It's such a convenient thing to carry water in, and that we can't find a more convenient way of doing it. Strangely, I think that it's mainly like a consuming thing. I mean, mainly, you know, people are kind of given this idea that they have to carry around a plastic bottle with them at all times. What I'm doing is I'm taking this water bottle and then I'm putting it through certain processes, sculptural, painting, and just re-representing the water bottle, giving it this sense of importance, giving it back to the audience to say, you know, actually these things are really kind of beautiful, these things are actually really kind of valuable in a certain kind of way. Symbol of the waste, the rubbish bag, is kind of like a two-pronged thing for me. A well-known work of mine is simply a bronze cast of a bag that's then painted back to look like a bag. And so in a way, the flat kind of image of the bag, again, it's that sense of like trying to deal with the in-motion element of the bag, like the fact that the bag will change, decreases and change, that it's a loose thing, it's subject to change, and then when we take an image of it, or when we cast it, or when we depict it, we kind of freeze it, or we stop it from being in that sort of, in that fluid space. The title of the exhibition, Letting Go, was inspired by throwing something away. Like when something's no longer wanted, you throw it away. And I like the idea of trying to play with that. So letting go is more like, rather than throwing it away, it was just sort of like more carefully kind of letting it go. And as you let it go, maybe you have a think about it. You think maybe and become slightly more conscious of where you are in the process. I don't make art to try and like overtly change people's minds about stuff. What I'm trying to do generally is make things that are more like floating signifiers. They're kind of things that people can look at and think about in lots of different ways.